Now, you may remember our gardening from scratch couple, Paul and Natasha Roach. Rachel had been giving them a hand, helping them turn their rather unpromising patch of grass into a glorious garden outside their new home. Now, they've been hard at work for the last 8 months, and the last time we saw them, they were standing in a garden centre with a rather wonderful collection of trees and shrubs. So I went along just to see how they've been getting on. Wow, we have a garden. Hello, guys. Not only a new garden,
new baby.
A new addition as well. Yeah. Who's this?
This is Oscar, 6 weeks old, so he's being introduced to the garden today.
Fantastic. This is incredible, though. I mean, it really has changed a lot since we saw it last. Well, I like the way that you've laid this piece out, because you've got the bay as your key point, and then heuchers around the base will give you a good ground cover, and then the planting starts to sweep up. Mixture of annual and perennial planting with the marigolds and the coreopsis, I think that works really well. And the achillea at the back, don't worry about the achillea, it's absolutely fine, that's just what happens to it. Okay. So I wouldn't really do anything with this bed at all, I think that works really well. This one, however, is slightly different, because there's far more soil on display here, and the plants look a little bit unhappy. So what's going on in this one?
The chocolate cosmos initially went in, flourished beautifully, but looking at them now, I think it looks like they're on their way out completely.
Well, you've got two options really with this. Because you've got 3 plants, what I would be tempted to do is to lift 2 of them, put them into a pot, relatively dry soil, frost-free and airy conditions, and that's the best way of getting them through the winter. And in fact, if you did decide to lift that one, then I think it would help the structure of the bed, because I noticed earlier that there's a miscanthus over here that you haven't planted. I'm going to nick this. You've been wondering where to put this?
Yeah, we've got three grasses that I haven't put in.
Well, I would be very tempted to put it in there, because once the miscanthus starts to grow and starts to fill out, look at the foliage colour of the miscanthus against the cosmos. You're going to get the sort of greens and yellows against the purples there, which I think is going to look great. And it goes with the catalpa. So I've dropped that one in there.
Excellent.
So that's that bit solved.
Brilliant.
The bay, on the other hand, is looking pretty sick.
Yeah, I have to say, it does look better than it did.
To be honest, sometimes things like this do happen, where you get one plant that does well and one that doesn't. You've done the right thing, lifting it, cleaning the roots up. If there's no sign of any pest or disease at the roots, then the chances are it could have just been overwatered when it was in its pot. The great thing is that you've got plenty of buds coming through. Unfortunately, it's the wrong end of the season, and there's a danger that they'll get frosted. So what I would do is just wrap it in horticultural fleece to protect the buds from the frost during the winter months, and come next spring, it'll probably be fine. When planting up a garden for the first time, to ensure you get colour and interest all year round, one of the best tips is to regularly visit your local garden centre or nursery. That's exactly what Paul and Natasha did at the weekend. And as a result, they now have late summer perennials, winter bedding and spring bulbs to add to their garden. Over the past 8 months, with plenty of help from friends and family, Paul and Natasha have achieved an incredible amount in their garden. They now have good-sized triangular mixed borders, a sun-drenched circular patio, a good selection of vibrant young trees, reliable shrubs, elegant climbers and colourful herbaceous perennials. Oh, and just a few cheery annuals.
That does show you what you can achieve if you just apply yourself for one summer. Well, we've applied ourselves to planting these shrubs. They look great, and as ever, we've run out of time. And I realise there is one big subject we haven't covered in relationship to climate change, and that, of course, are pests and diseases. But we will come back to that another time.
Next week, we're going to look at the apple orchard, where we're going to be planting unusual heritage types.
And if apples tickle your fancy, then don't forget, the 21st, Tuesday the 21st, is National Apple Day. There's a whole series of events taking place across the country throughout the week, where you can not only get expert advice on planting and growing apples, but you can also taste them as well. Events to look out for include those at RHS Wisley in Surrey and Harlow Car in Harrogate, where they'll be celebrating the English apple on the 25th and 26th of October. But this weekend, the celebrations are at RHS Hyde Hall in Essex.
And if you want any more information, then go to our website as usual. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's going to be another nice weekend. Tomorrow will be dry and sunny with temperatures reaching about 12 to 15. However, there will be some gusty wind, especially in the south. Now, Saturday night we'll have some frost, and on Sunday it'll remain dry and bright in the south, but patchy rain will spread to many northern areas where it'll be quite chilly and blustery. Temperatures only reaching about 9 to 10. And again on Sunday night it may well freeze. If you want more info, log on to the BBC website. Have a great weekend.
And Monty Don examines the effects of climate change and suggests how gardens can be adapted to survive in the November issue